Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Cardinal Coaching Solutions podcast. Wes Gow here. I'm happy to be here with you. If things sound a little different on this episode, it's because, well, everything is a little bit different these days, to say the least. And so what that looks like for me is I'm in a different room in my house. I've done the best I could to add a little bit of soundproofing here, but I'm in our guest bedroom. My kiddos are off of school. You might hear them scampering about at some point throughout this. And that's just a little bit of life right now. And I want to take a moment and just wish you well. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever's going on in your world right now, whatever used to be there, whatever's being disrupted, whatever is new, I want to just take a moment and wish you well, wish you health. Yeah. And so I'm turning on the microphone today to capture a few things. And like usual, I think I can say this with confidence. This is for me. And I hope that by putting it out here into the world that it's helpful for somebody as well. And so I'll just keep this short because there are so many voices speaking into our lives right now. What it feels like is that if my life is a trampoline and all of my rhythms, all of my cadences, all of my doings, basically all the facets of my life are separate tennis balls on that trampoline, and suddenly there's been this tremendous bounce. Somebody jumped off the top roof of my shed onto this nearby trampoline. And if we were taking an iPhone video of that and put it in slow motion, we would see all of these tennis balls rising up into the air. And they're suspended in air. And I look at them, and now I am a lover of routine. I am a lover of swim lanes. I am a lover of stability and predictability. That is just who I am. And so this is really challenging, like it is for all of us. But with all of these tennis balls up in the air, there is a part of me that reacts very strongly to that. There is a part of me that feels the anxiety, the overwhelm, the anger, the ought not to be happening, the shouldn't be happening, the injustice of it all. And I want to push all of those tennis balls right back down onto the trampoline, exactly where they were. And of course, that's just not life right now. And in my better moments, in my moments of higher maturity, I'm looking at this iPhone video of the tennis balls suspended in the air above the trampoline. And I'm looking at this situation and I'm asking myself, how can I be a student of this? What is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? And please hear me. Those are singular moments of highest maturity. I wish I could tell you that I am weathering this in this, like a Buddha statue. I'm not. So what can I learn from this? And a couple things come to mind. I can look at each tennis ball and I can express gratitude for it. Oh, I am thankful for local gyms where I can go and exercise. I can't do that right now, but I'm grateful that those exist where I live, and I'm looking forward to that tennis ball returning. I'm grateful for a school system that I can trust and that my kids can be a part of. And it's become abundantly clear that I was not cut out to be a homeschooler, a homeschooling parent. Because y'all, second grade math is legit. It is ridiculous. And so that's a tennis ball that I'm looking forward to returning. But then there are other tennis balls that I go, well, now that that's being disrupted, now that that's already in the air, maybe it doesn't need to come back to the trampoline. That's been interesting. For example, I'm here in a different room in the house. It's not a room that I prefer, but I'm here out of necessity, and I'm going, well, maybe I can figure out that this would actually be easier on the family for me to be here. In past episodes, I've told you that the room that I like to use with a beautiful backdrop is actually part of our family room. So I knew that come summertime when school is out, that really wasn't going to be sustainable. So I'm getting some practice here. There are other things I'm learning. I'm looking out my window, and believe it or not, life is bursting forth all around me. The trees in my yard have fingertips of green. Every day there's new color. I came home yesterday, and I immediately took my two kiddos. We have two girls, 7 and 4. And I said, buddies, you have to come with me. Come hop in the truck. I have to go show you the most beautiful tree in the neighborhood. And that's what we did. We hopped in the back of my truck. Thankfully, it was a gorgeous day. The sun was out. The windows were down. And I drove them to the back of my neighborhood. I had been back there because I needed just a few minutes before I drove into my driveway. And I found this most beautiful pink flower tree. I have no idea what it is. Oh, but it's so pretty. And so all around me, life is bursting forth. I took some time a couple days ago, and I went to a nearby park. It was actually day one of total disruption, schools being closed. And it was a gray, cold March day, misty rain. It was kind of an angry day. And I walked around this park, and if you had seen me, you probably would have thought, like, this guy is taking something. He's been foraging for the wrong mushrooms in this park. I was walking slowly off the path throughout this heavily wooded park, and I was just running my hands along the bark of trees. Like, I need to feel something that's real. And what came to me from that, I'm looking at this tree and I'm going, oh, wow, I see that you disappear underneath the ground. You are rooted. You are quite literally grounded. You've seen a lot. So anyway, I'm just sharing that to say I'm trying in my best moments to lean into this and go, what is there for me to learn here? How can I be a student? Who has something to teach me? My kids are teaching me a lot, because you know what happens? They don't wake up in the morning with this sense of dread. They woke up this morning and within half an hour had already set up this fairly elaborate, indoor lemonade stand. I mean, they were just using water, but it was like, we have things to do. We have things to make and create. And as a parent, so I'll give you an example of my lower moments. That activity, Dad, come taste our lemonade. Come on. Which kind do you want? Do you want raspberry or lemon or grape? I'm like, in my mind internally, I'm like, no, I need to be alone. I need to process all that is happening in this world around me. And I need to be able to handle this unprecedented uncertainty I don't need this lemonade. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pump the brakes, Wes. What does this lemonade stand have to teach you? What does their posture have to teach you? What would shift for you, Wes, if you didn't see this as a distraction, but rather you saw it as an opportunity to learn? So my friends, I wish you well. I wish you so much health and wellness. I hope that in some way this can be beneficial. And since we're all disrupted, since everything's up in the air anyway, maybe this would be an opportunity to do something crazy. Maybe it would be an opportunity to do something that you wouldn't have thought to take the time to do before. Oh goodness, please don't take this as a pitch. But there are those of you out here who listen to this. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you're doing. In fact, if you want to do something even crazier, let's connect in a Zoom room. I mean, we'll be helping the situation by social distancing, so we'll be okay. But we can connect. I'd love to hear what's going on. I'd love to hear what you're learning. I'd love to hear how you're leaning in. So thanks again. Thanks so much for listening. And here's to health and wellness and leaning in. Be safe, my friends.